How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now it's time for another tech news videos, and as you guys know, instead of me just doing these tech news videos now on Fridays, I do them every single day in the week, so you guys can be informed of what is going on in the tech world and all of that. So with all of that being said, let's jump into let's jump into today's tech news video right after this. Do you live in South Africa and want to get the best deals on all the latest gaming products? Well, Rebeltech is the best place to check out. They have a huge variety of peripherals, PC components, laptops, and just everything else you would need. So go check out rebeltech.co.za to get the products you are looking for at a low price. Now, as for our first topic, apparently AMD's a new Navi architecture, which is going to run on the 7nm process and also coming out in 2019, will be as powerful as a 1080 at the moment, but at only $250. This is now after we've gotten some more information about these upcoming Navi GPUs. It's instead of them actually going for the high-end market like 1080 Ti's and so on, instead of those, they are more focused on the mid-range prices where most of the people can actually afford the cards. Now also, because it's running on a 7nm process, it is going to be a lot less power hungry and it's going to perform very well alongside some of the other GPUs. Now also, these new Navi GPUs are only coming out in 2019, so it is giving NVIDIA an entire year to actually produce their 1180s and the 1170s and possibly 1160s and 1150s and just 11 stuff for them to actually produce them and cover the entire market. So AMD is going to fall behind quite a bit, even if they aren't really going for the high-end range. They're going to be a year behind for NVIDIA, and we're not really sure how strong these new 11, let's say 60s is going to be, if they could potentially be as strong as a 1080 at the moment as well. So and for the price, we'll have to see how much those are going for, but it's going to be quite a comparison to see how these ones will compare against each other, and if AMD is actually going to be able to compete with NVIDIA again. Now, it's not to say that AMDs are not going to go for the high-end market at all. There are rumors going around that they might do a die stacking, where they actually stack two chips on top of each other to get almost a double the performance. So these ones might be going for like the 1080 Ti's range to able to take on NVIDIA there, but it is going to be expensive, and it is also going to take a lot more engineering work, where AMD is not there at the moment. So for these higher end GPUs, we're probably going to have to wait till like 2020, give AMD a few years before they can actually get there, and that also kind of gives NVIDIA just time to produce a more powerful GPUs. So it's going to be a bumpy ride for AMD on the GPU market, I personally think, but I am excited to see where everything is going. And then talking about PUBG, this one is quite interesting. There has been a ransomware going around that, if you guys know, ransomwares encrypt your data, and then you have to pay to get the encryption code and to unencrypt your data and get everything back. But instead of you having to pay now, you just have to play an hour of PUBG. So yeah, that is quite interesting. I didn't really think something like that would go around, but apparently it is. And you just have to play an hour of PUBG to be able to get all of your data unencrypted again. And if everything is encrypted, it has like a .pubg like extension on the end, which I just find really amusing. Now they do state that they're not really there to just delete all of your data. You can get your data back by playing PUBG, or you can just type in a code. Now, my only question with this new PUBG ransomware is, what if you do not have PUBG yet? So you have to go on Steam, buy it, and then you can actually play it and play for an hour and get your data back, which is quite interesting. Again, it's just really amusing, this ransomware. I don't really get it, but okay, that's that's at least they're not really doing anything super damaging to you. You will be able to get your data back. And then going along with some more PUBG news. Now, last week in Beijing, Intel unveiled their new 8th generation mobile CPUs, and one of the big players there was Dell, showcasing a lot of their 8th generation gaming laptops to a lot of the PUBG gamers, or just promoting for the PUBG gamers. But now apparently what happened was that instead of them just talking about how great their hardware is and everything, they said that the Chinese gamers are the most innovative and dominant in the world by using plugins to, for example, run faster than other players or blow up 10 cars at a time, and that these top gamers can really use their 8th generation power to run more plugins to win more chicken dinners. So in effect, this spokesperson is actually trying to convince the PUBG players that by using their new 8th generation gaming laptops, they're able to cheat more and get more wins, which is apparently a good thing if you cheat. And this is coming from Dell, which, I mean, it's Dell. They're a massive company, and they're promoting cheating and hacking in games. And this is also after it's against PUBG's rules that you hack and all of that. So they don't really care. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of really insulting that Dell is doing this, and hopefully something can be done against this promoting of hacks. Hopefully they can have a strict talk to the spokesperson and just sort everything out, because honestly that's just horrible. So yeah. And then for our next topic, just something a bit random. Blizzard has just released a new update for Warcraft 3, which is the largest update in 16 years. Now, as for this new patch they rolled out, it's the version 1.29, and it does have a bunch of upgrades. Like instead of capping out at 12 players, you can go to 24 players on a map now. You will, however, need to have a custom map to be able to play that. And then also you have 12 new player colors. And then the game will also support up to 30,000 objects, 2,000 neural units, and 4,300 player-owned units on the game at the single time. And it's not really massive news or anything like that. I just found it quite interesting that they're still just updating Warcraft 3, and we just want Warcraft 4 now. Blizzard, seriously, it's been like forever. Just bring out Warcraft 4, I want it, and do it now. So, yeah. But anyway, you guys can download the new update and just play some more Warcraft 3, even though, yeah, it's been quite a while. Now, moving on to some phone news. Now, we have talked about the Xiaomi Black Shark in a few of these tech news videos, which is their high-end gaming phone to take on like a Razer and so on. But now we have actually gotten some more images and also a lot more specs about the new phone. It's not officially out yet, but we have seen some reviewers getting their hands on and just showcasing some of the performance of the new Black Shark. Now, as for some specs about the Black Shark, it has a 1080p 2160 5.99-inch IPS display. Don't know why it's a 5.99. Why couldn't they just go for 6 inches? But okay. It's also going to run Android 8.1. For cameras, it has a 12 megapixel f1.75 plus a 20 megapixel f1.75 with a 6p lens and also dual LED flash. That's at the rear, and then at the front it has a 20 megapixel f2.2 camera. Now, I do think that this front-facing camera, because it's such a high megapixel, that it might be meant for streaming, because this is a gaming phone. They'll be able to game on the thing and then also do a face cam. That's most likely why the front camera is at that high megapixel count. Also, it is going to have a Snapdragon 845. For the GPU, it's going to run a Adreno 630. It's also going to have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery for some long gaming sessions. And then also you will be able to get two versions, one with 6 gigs of memory and 64 gigs of storage. And the other one is going to have 8 gigs of memory and 128 gigs of storage. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to have a SD card slot, so that is the storage you have to go for. And then also from the images we can see it's unfortunately not completely bezel-less. It does have some bezels at the top and at the bottom, which probably is meant for like holding the phone while gaming, and then also it has bezels on the side. But along with the larger bezels, it is also not going to have a headphone jack, so you will need a Type-C adapter. And then also from the pictures you can see that you do get a joystick to use for some of your gaming. Now it is a lot less intrusive than a lot of the extra ones you can buy, which I do like. It is also going to have a 500 milliamp hour battery. Now unfortunately only the first 50,000 buyers will get it for free. After that you will unfortunately have to purchase it. And then also the unlucky thing that kind of makes it that it can't take on a Razer is that it does not have a 120 hertz display. It's only a normal 60 hertz. It's still going to be a very powerful device, but for gaming you kind of have to go for that high refresh rate. So Razer, you are still the king there, and you're still the king of gaming phones, which is kind of going crazy at the moment with Fortnite and PUBG and all of that on mobile. And then finally, the Black Shark will also be starting at $480. And now if you guys do want me to cover a more smartphone related news, drop in a comment down below. I'm not really sure how many of you guys are interested in like Xiaomi's Black Shark and all of that, but I do find it quite interesting, and phones are just going crazy now. Massive performance, and just also gaming is going crazy. So this was kind of interesting to me. But now that's pretty much it for today's tech news video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. Also, I am not going to post this weekend. I am coming back on Monday, so you guys can expect a tech news video of all of the tech news that happened in the weekend. So with all of that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will check you guys Monday. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.